Welcome back. Here is video 3. In this video, I'll share with you the variety of ways that we at Northern Beaches Mediation work with our clients via the services we offer. I'll also talk to you about how we manage a mediation process, which you might notice is somewhat different to how other organisations manage it. Mediation works whenever you come to the table in good faith and are willing to negotiate freely and with full disclosure. This may not be possible, however, if one of you does not wish to come to mediation to find a workable agreement with the other party. There are threats or fear of violence. One of you is under a constraint which prevents you from coming to an agreement, such as when there is an apprehended violence order, an AVO, or one of you lacks the power or ability to negotiate on your own behalf, such as when inhibited by drugs or alcohol, or when there is a psychological disorder, emotional illness, or a high level of emotion. Here's a little information about us. Northern Beaches Mediation was established for two main reasons. Firstly, many matters are being taken to court which could be more efficiently dealt with in another way. And secondly, the capacity of the courts to deal with anything other than factual information is very limited. Yet, in order to be resolved, many disputes need an opportunity for the parties to express the high levels of emotion they feel. Mediation allows for this. Northern Beaches Mediation provides a number of services, including dispute counselling. Sometimes couples are not ready to make a decision to separate. In this context, the first intervention may be counselling to clarify what the issues might be so you can decide what actually is the best way forward for you. Sometimes the decision may be to undergo more counselling. Sometimes the decision is that it is time to separate. We then discuss with you your options for future sessions. Facilitation of disputes is where the full process of mediation may not be appropriate or necessary. It might be that you only want to use the services of Northern Beaches Mediation to determine what might be the issues for you, with or without the other party or parties present. Mediation is what happens when people come together to discuss the issues in dispute to find an agreement. When contacting us, we will firstly speak with each of you separately regarding your concerns. We will ask you about what has been tried and what happened. We will also discuss with you the things that you will need to consider before proceeding with mediation. The mediator manages how the mediation session is run. The people in dispute then decide what is discussed and what is agreed upon. Divorce support is another service offered by Northern Beaches Mediation. Sometimes the parties may wish to use another service for their mediation, or it may be that the case is bound for or is already being heard in the family court. In these circumstances, a person may employ us to be with them during this process to offer emotional support, but not necessarily mediation. So to summarise, the difference between counselling and mediation is simply this. Counselling reviews past or current issues in order to understand them and facilitate change between the couple. Mediation's primary function is to assist couples make decisions about the issues in dispute and to create agreements, either verbal or written. The kinds of issues that are suitable for mediation include, for couples and families, such things as parenting plans, property settlements, issues with step families, de facto and same-sex relationships, parents and children, siblings with siblings, grandparents and parents, and families and carers. For neighbourhood disputes, this could include such things as boundaries and fences, trees, noise, pets, children, access, and music. And for workplace disputes, the issues might include difficulties with clients, staff, contractors, payments, discrimination, and harassment. Mediation is a voluntary process and can only work when everyone agrees to meet and discuss the issues. As with any dispute, it takes two to find a good resolution. However, sometimes one person may not wish to attend a mediation. Northern Beaches Mediation cannot force anyone to attend, nor can we enforce agreements which have been reached. Before each and every mediation session, we have a private conference with each of you to ensure that you understand exactly what the process is, what you can expect to happen, and to answer any questions or concerns you might have. If you do not wish to attend mediation, we will discuss other options available to you in counselling or in law. If the other person declines to attend for whatever reason, our involvement ends with that person, but not necessarily with you. Sometimes a party might refuse to speak with you. This is not altogether uncommon. However, refusal to speak with you may not necessarily mean a refusal to attend mediation. The other party may be prepared to speak with you in a safe and neutral environment, or they may discuss the issues with us. Some people are also reluctant to accept an invitation from the other person in the dispute to come to mediation. If this is the case, we at Northern Beaches Mediation can send a letter of invitation on your behalf. Mediation can be held at any time during a dispute, even when legal proceedings have commenced. Mediation doesn't have to be a last resort. It might even break a deadlock in friendly discussions as well as in hostile ones. Not everyone may be ready for mediation at the same time. Before people decide whether mediation is right for them, they may need to consider other options. They may need to obtain more information about their situation, or they may need time to overcome negative feelings that may prevent them from being fully present for a mediation to be successful. For the mediation process to help you reach a decision, it is best if both of you are willing to reach a mutually satisfying agreement. It has been found that if you can reach an agreement between yourselves, then you are more likely to stick to it. Secondly, you must have the ability to negotiate on a reasonably equal footing. So that's it for this video. Click on video 4 to hear more about what happens during mediation, and make sure you also check out our website at www.northernbeachesmediation.com.au for lots more information. And while you're there, why don't you sign up for our quarterly newsletter to be kept up to date with everything that is happening at our place.